Greetings and salutations, Dota fans! It is I, Badger, back for some more League of Lads action. Today it is my first cast of Lads Plus, the first ever prize pool Lads tournaments. If you're wondering why I wasn't casting before that, I was participating and losing. But for teams that are still in the tournament, we've got Royal Star on the Radiant side and Top PK Dotes on the Dire side. In me with the commentator's booth is, of course, the man of many titles, Mr. Salving Salamander, aka Mr. Salacious Sea Lion, aka Strawberry Shark, aka Jim. How are you in this fine evening?
Chilling, looking at the bands. Some what seems like relatively standard bands. Maybe not the Dark Willow, but I imagine that's just like a band for Reed, more or less.
It is most certainly a read ban, but again, this is a winners bracket, so these are two of the better teams from the group stage. Of course, Royal Star. That's again a pretty good team right there. You have four longtime Lads players, and of course, our good friend Rojo Fireflu, who is of course a top 100 player DP, formerly DPC mid laner for those who don't know. And top PK Dotes actually come in as a dark horse. They're not really a team that had Lads players on them, but they came in with some good 6K players, some good 7K players, and their mid laner Aeon, who played close qualifiers for the cuts for the TI quals. I think it's like 8.5K, really, top 200 plus sort of players. So there's some big players on both sides of the gamer.
What does Andy think about this?
I remember when we used to do Callisto Badger.
Well, hello, Andy. Welcome to. Did not know you were coming on, but what? Oh, he's in your room, isn't he?
No, bro, Andy's not home right now.
He's entered the Discord for like 10 seconds and then leave.
Yeah. Did
Interesting
you just
stuff.
walk up slowly and down smash? Maybe.
I believe
I don't
he
know.
came in there, threw me off, and then left.
Do you want to talk about it with him?
If he wants to come talk, he knows where to find us. But we do
Sure.
have we do have an Earth Spirit on our hands though. We do have first pick Earth Spirit for top PK too.
I see that and I see under the Earth Spirit that their name is Earth Spirit, but there's no hero model there for me. Interesting. I suppose this is just a spectating bug.
Sounds like it's time for you to reload your Dota.
I mean, I'll just wait until the game starts. If it looks fine in game, then I'm not gonna worry about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
That seems the most logical. Like the dog named Logical.
I miss Logical.
Now there's a Sven. I don't know, pretty solid openings, I suppose.
And big man, big sword, one of the best carries in the game, if not just the best carry in the game right now. Very good hero, so I'm not too shocked that Mattior is not only going for meta, but he's also going for comfort.
I know people like Sven against PA, but if I was Radiant, I would maybe ban PA.
They have one whole band to work with if
I
they
think
want
it's
to
just
do
not
that.
very fun to play against if like your team isn't like coordinated enough to actually like win the game quickly. Which like their Lads Plus team like looks pretty good, but like like do I think they can like end the game really fast if like they're ahead? Like probably not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see exactly what you mean. I mean,
Not a flame on any of the individual players. It's just a hard thing to do, and they don't really. Yeah, they also don't really strike me as having like someone who's gonna like tell them all to go like end the game or like what to do, because like they're high on more players, Rojo, and like doesn't do that the most. So like, yeah, those are just my thoughts.
well, those things. I think you would expect a bit higher level of coordination than you would ordinarily in, say, like, pub play or just like standard lads play. But yeah, there still is that element of.
Andy, what are you doing? You can't keep popping in and out.
Badger used to do Callisto.
Well, you want to come
What?
join the cast, Andy, or you just coming here to?
No,
Oh,
no, that's all I had to say.
go.
Wait, what about? I don't understand what just happened.
It's not important because
You need to explain it to me, or I'm not, or I'm gonna be like distracted for the entire cast, by the way, and it won't really
well,
be my fault.
me and him, we are planning on doing some RuneScape boss together, but it didn't happen. So maybe we'll have to do it another
I
time.
see. Oh, Brewmaster is OP. Can't believe this shit got through the pool. I don't really know who plays it on Radiant, to be honest. Isn't
Uh,
Legacy? What role is Legacy playing?
he's playing three, so I suppose he's gonna be playing the
Oh
Brute
my!
today.
I've never seen him play Brood, and I will say that while Brew is really OP right now, I feel like you still have to be able to play him, or he's a pretty bad hero. So we'll just find out if he plays it or not.
What if it's Reed for Brewmaster?
Oh, that probably is what it is, and that sounds really. Because Breed actually is really good at Brewmaster, so right now draft's looking strong for Radiant, I would say. Yeah. Grimstroke. Interesting.
My hero is pretty good against Brewmaster in lane, right?
I mean, if it has a good carry, yes and no. Like, I don't know. It's kind of, it's not a hero individually that is bad for that Brewmaster like does not want to lane against. If that makes sense, at least in my opinion.
That makes sense. I mean, I'm not a Brewmaster expert, so I was hoping that you would be closer to one than I was.
I mean, I'm not really a Brewmaster expert either, but when I think about laning as Brewmaster, if I was Blue Pause 5 and they said pick something like I definitely would not pick Grimstroke if you asked me all I want you to do is smash this Brewmaster in lane. Like I just definitely would not be picking uh the hero they chose, which is, you know, it's good against it in the game sort of because you can silence him and then he can't ult, right? But like you can buy like items to deal with that, so it's kind of I like the Grimstroke pick because the ult can be really annoying for Sven. And because they have an Earth Spirit and an Ember Spirit, so they have really good heroes to play with it, if that makes sense.
It does make sense, yeah. We're getting a pretty aggressive
That's kind of what I feel like
here.
the strength of their pick would be.
Look at these heroes, Jim. These are some heroes that can play Dota 2. They can play in your face fast. Earth Spirit, Ember Spirit, throw an Inkswell on top. They got some spells.
They should pick like an Underlord or something like that right now on Radiant. Like something that like just makes it like really hard for the Spirit heroes to like do whatever they want. I think that would be the best play. Or they could just pick their mid here and then go look for like some other hero that does that elsewhere. And if they want a mid that does that, they could. What mid is good? Pango's pretty bad because the enemy team is Grimstroke.
It's already banned as well.
Let's see.
I'm a little concerned if they go Underlord right here that it could be like a super lane counterpick sort of thing. Maybe like a Monkey King in the safe lane to deal with that, but
I mean, yeah, the point was, or they should pick like Night Stalker. They should pick Dire Radiant should. Well, Brewmaster Night Stalker lane sounds kind of bad, so maybe they save 24 for. I don't really like the Rubik pick to be honest, but it's not like horrible or anything. I just think like they already have two heroes to like find the Rubik. I will say Rubik is pretty good against Grimstroke, so there is that. But I don't really love the pick personally.
I am 99.9% sure that Patience also plays the Rubik, so it's still a flex 4-5 for the Rubik. But Brewmaster is still a 3-4 flex in that. There's a lot of flex here because this could be a mid shaker, this could be a support shaker, could be an offlane shaker. Yeah. We have no idea yet, so it's 24.
I'm pretty confident it's going to be a mid shaker, honestly.
You're probably right, but to do Dire know that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I don't think Radiant's picks are bad here. I think they could have picked a better anti-spirits hero, but on one of the two heroes they picked would have been better had they been more of like a anti-spirit hero sort of thing. I think that would have been a lot stronger.
Yeah, it's a great way of being anti-spirit. The instant Echo Slam.
Like imagine if they just picked like Disruptor instead of Rubik. Like, dude, imagine playing Earth Spirit and Ember Spirit into Disruptor.
I guess you're just sad, right? You're just actually sad.
I don't really like this troll pick. I mean, I don't think it's like terrible or anything, but like, I just don't really see what like. 10 seconds I don't really see why you would pick troll here. Like, it could very well just be like their player feels really comfortable playing it. I think it's extremely annoying to play into Brewmaster, because Lift is just so powerful against you.
I'll defend it. I think if you can get fully farmed, kitted out so like 4 to 5 item troll versus like a 5 item.
Yeah, but like you should never be like playing.
I know you shouldn't. Yeah. But if you do get there, then you can again. You have a lot of stuff.
I mean, it will have probably a really easy. It probably will have a really easy lane, like guaranteed. Like so, but yeah, I don't really know if that makes it a good idea.
But what if it is? You probably we'll have to see depending on
like what if it is a good idea.
I should say more. What if it works out more than what if it's a good idea?
Oh, what if it works out? I mean, good for them then. I don't know. Like whether it works out or not has no bearing on whether it's a good idea. You know. I've taught you this, Badger.
I,
You
I,
know
I mean,
better.
I also know this. I've been
Yeah.
preaching this for a very, very long time, but I'm trying to keep things interesting. I'm supposed to be the play-by-play commentator. There's an expectation that I'm an idiot, so
Badger, you're my little not idiot.
you're my little not idiot too, Jim.
Okay. Yep. True story.
We'll say though, again, we are relatively low reserve time for both teams. We're going to be into this first game of this best of three quite soon. We're looking at more than likely an offlane selection, unless top PK does a real wild and crazy with it with an offlane Earth Spirit. But
It'd be cool if they could pick some. I don't like. I hate this pick. On the one hand, it's a good hero for Earth Spirit to lane with, and that Earth Spirit can leave the lane. On the other hand, I think that they should have picked something like strong and like I think they should have picked like a something that can like kite the enemy like Sven and like also win the lane, you know? Like I haven't really like like Venomancer. Like Venom or Alex sounds pretty good here. Or like
this Viper maybe.
I mean if you played Visage it would have been a good Visage angle maybe. I think Viper's really weak right now. To be honest, I'm not fault like Death Pro like just like those sort of heroes, you know. I don't really know what would be the best one in this. Like I don't know what people are playing like with Earth Spirit when it's 4. That's like a good combo, but like Timbersaw is just not what I would have wanted, you know.
We have a Razor selected. That's probably the legacy pick. So it is the 4 Brewmaster mid Shaker. Ended
Yeah.
up being we ended up being right on both those. We predicted.
Yeah, I mean
the
this
mid-shaker,
Troll
we
Warlord
predicted
pick is just like so
the
sad
Brew.
now. Like yeah, I will say that I think Legacy could own this game because his lane should be really good and like the thing is he needs to like buy tank like I'm just get I just or before the game has started I'm worried that Legacy's lane will go well and then he'll like play greedily and then he'll just chain feed. Like I kind of just like imagine that happening. No flame on Legacy. It's
I
just
can imagine it too. No offense to Legacy as well.
yeah, no flame to Legacy is just like
I mean, he's a carry player, right? Carry players have a certain greed to them. To be fair, you know.
he is a carry player and they just have this yeah, I mean it's I don't want to it's not like it's because it's like my concern is that it's Razor, so people think like he's gonna think like that they can, you know what I mean? It's less about him being a carry player. It's more like oh he's playing Razor, and people like like people don't realize that like on Razor offlane, like if you want to be like building like just raw damage and like playing for your own game, like you better be like really fucking good, because otherwise there's a really high chance you're gonna like throw the game. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Because I mean, Razor one of those heroes that goes from unkillable to extremely killable in like 90 seconds of time. Like he's
Yeah.
the hero that unless you itemize correctly will fall off very.
And I look at his team and his heroes, and I think I think Legacy like I think Legacy should like go like some build with like a fucking like halberd and like some shit like that like for the troll or something or like buy like I think Legacy should go a spirit vessel actually. Oh no, Reed probably is gonna buy vessel.
Yeah, on the brew, yeah.
Yeah, never mind. If he wasn't going it, he could buy it, but I just basically think that Legacy should not like Legacy only goal should be to um not like Legacy's only goal should be to like have utility, because when I look at Radiant, like they have like a lot of damage, like they have a lot of backline jump, like they have team fight with Brewmaster, you know what I mean?
I know
Like
what you mean.
like after the Timbersaw and the Razor pick, like I way prefer Radiant's draft. It was like going into the last picks, it was pretty like I was pretty 50-50. But yeah, now I'm no longer as 50-50, and I think that the like I would way rather be playing Radiant's draft as long as Razor like doesn't play for themselves and they like play for the team.
Oh, here we go. In the Radiant jungle, ZY walks up, runs into Legacy. And now, it's a split attention situation for the Dire side. Top PK Dodes cannot lock down the Razor. They cannot lock down the Sven. They simply walk away. That does mean there will be at least one bounty rune going to the Dire side, but with Rojo grabbing the River rune, it could be 3 runes for the Radiant here. And Rojo's just walking on over. He's slapping the Ember. He's just tanking tower. What's Rojo doing, actually?
I mean, the taking tower part probably wasn't optimal, but overall nice stuff from Radiant. They secure 3 bounties, right? Yeah, they do.
They did, yeah.
Let's see. Let me think how each lane will go. Our Spirit looks like they were trying to block the wave into Radiant's tower, and did they get it? Oh, they did, but Madior actually messed up. Madior could have dragged the wave out immediately. Alright.
Luckily,
Not a
he's
good
still lasting
start.
under the tower, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
It's
but
definitely
that's
not good. You're
like,
right.
yeah. Like wave management is before everything, you know. Like RTZ would have like walked the you know what I mean. It's just the most important thing because now you're gonna be giving Timber. You're basically like after that happened, you're basically giving Timbersaw free level 2.
It's one of those things
Yeah.
where it's so mismanaged, they can actually manage it again by just pushing it into the enemy tower that easily.
Yeah.
Alright, just go all the way in, and then they'll go all the way back.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's just not.
It's not good, I agree.
Yeah. In the off lane, I do think this should just be really easy for Radiant. As long as they use their spells together, like, they should win the lane, like, pretty handily, in my opinion. And mid, I'm pretty sure is just very Earthshaker. Well, I don't know how Earthshaker favored it is. I'm pretty confident it's Earthshaker favored, because you can just, like, deny every range creep and whatever, but Ember's a very good hero at trading in the mid lane, so maybe it's not as bad as some other matchups. That's kind of my 3-lane analysis, Badger.
This is a very good mid lane player. I believe the 3rd highest MMR mid laner in Lads Plus, only behind Rojo and TNM.
I know who this guy is.
Yeah, Aeon's good. Aeon's a good player.
Yeah, but honestly, like, Aeon is like fine, but like even if the matchup was a 50-50 matchup, like no offense, like Rojo is just a lot better.
Rojo's a good player. Yeah, we
Yeah.
are Rojo fans here. We are big Rojo
Like,
fans here.
Rojo might be like a little bit more of a volatile mid laner, and that sometimes he pops off, sometimes he like feeds, and sometimes like so, like sometimes like Rojo's like kind of like one of the more volatile mid laners, I would say, but like he's kind of like a league above this guy, if that makes sense. To where like I would just assume that like you know what I mean? He'd have to be playing very uncharacteristically poor to like lose a 50-50 lane to this guy.
I see what you mean. Meanwhile, top lane, first blood goes the way of top PK Dodes. Legacy's very low as well, and he just dies. Again, Troll and Grimstroke, they're incredibly low. Did not watch the beginning of that fight, but the end of it certainly went the way of top PK Dodes. A 2-for-0 in that top lane. That's a massive swing there. And you thought the Brewmaster and Razor should own this lane. Maybe they should own the lane, but they're not.
They definitely should own the lane, but that, like the fact that they're not is that's just life.
That is indeed life. That's definitely Dota for you.
Yeah.
Crazy things do happen sometimes.
Yeah, I just legit don't know how that happened, but I'm not gonna really worry about it. Mid is going really bad for Dire. He Rojo has like 11 denies already. Like I am pretty confident this lane is like decently Earthshaker favored, but I don't think it's 11 denies at minute 3 Earthshaker favored. You know what I mean, Badger? Like
Yeah.
that's pretty.
You'd expect him to be like 1 deny per wave with the Enchant Totem. He's been getting 2
No,
denies
no,
per
no.
wave. Like, he's been out of control.
I mean, I expect like 1.5 probably, honestly. 1.5 is like reasonable.
I'm rounding up. Like 1.7 or something crazy.
Yeah.
The Shaker hero is wild. The courier goes down bottoming, by the way, but there's nothing on it to the best of my knowledge.
Did Ember have a bias himself a salve at some point or no? I can't tell from his net worth. Probably look at his. I can't tell actually.
He's got the bottle.
I'm wondering if he bought 2 sets of tangos or like a salve or something. I'm just having a hard time telling. Wait, where was the other death? I was top lane once again.
Yeah, they were both same at the same time. It was the Brewmaster dying and then the Razor dying about 10 seconds afterwards. Same engagements.
Yeah. Oh, I really wish Legacy put another point into his W. Like, they actually have the wave in a good spot right now, but Reed is. This is kind of bad, actually. Oh, never mind.
That's been the name of the game.
I'm gonna be
top lane.
honest.
It's been very split so far. Actually,
Are Dire's is Dire safe lane like pretty high MMR?
it's decently, but not exceptionally high MMR. It's, I think, higher than Reed and Legacy, but not by that much. Over to top lane. Speaking of, Grimstroke has been linked up by Legacy. The axe is a little slow from B, Nay, Reed B, but again, it will be the Grimstroke going down. Troll will not find Vengeance. Patience is on the way. He's got the Fable to bring down the Troll. Double kill for Legao on the Razor. It's now 2-2 in kill score. However, mid lane, we've got to fight Brew in mid lane. Our Spirit's just... Wait, he's been here for a while. Never mind. He's been here for a long time.
Yep.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yep.
Wait, Reed is in a lot of danger right now. He's Inkswald and brought down. The roll was there. It would have been on point, but it's only on top of a corpse because Reed just died that fast. Classic Reed play for you right there, and he's now dead.
Looking at, I like the Legacies of Blade Mill queued up. This is good. All right.
Oh,
Rojo-
Echo!
oh.
A little bit too early for Rojo. He's tipped immediately. Reed DP's in. Roll in from ZY on the Air Spirit. And again, Reed should be A-okay. He's got 7 stick charges and is indeed a Brewmaster. 6-man rune spawns top. It will go the way of Rojo Fireflu. And the fight continues with an arcane rune in the bottle of Rojo. It's a war of sentry wards. Both of them go down. Patience walks on in, lift onto the Grimstroke. Grimstroke in a lot of danger. And he'll get brought down. But in comes ZY rolling forward, kicking off the mark, hitting nobody. Aeon does not have his 6. He still has his Flame Guard walking forward, doing moderate damage right now. It has not been broken. Now it has been broken. And he's being right-clicked down. He's brought down in one more hit. And there it is! Double kill for the Brewmaster. ZY rolled in. He'll get brought down by Rojo. That's 3 kills for Royal Star. An absolute rout in the middle lane despite the 0-man Echo Slam.
Yeah, that and Rojo, despite being low, is gonna get like to take this like whole wave and then like go do whatever he wants. Like, this is gonna be really bad for Dire or for like specifically the Embers game.
Meanwhile, top lane, we may finally have a counter kill. Long range roll is a little bit short, but the kick will be there. Legacy had a link on AQQD, however. Now Reed B is in a lot of danger. He'll eventually try to run away from Reed as Legacy goes down. Troll has his ulti. I believe just got level 6. He'll turn on Reed. Reed goes down. The slow's there on Patience. Roll forward by ZY. Patience is in danger. He's got Fade Bolt. He'll try to use it. It does some damage, but no kill. And well, speaking of a 3-for-0, this time it's top lane with top PK Dotes winning the fight heavily.
Yeah. Sven is having a pretty. Sven has had a pretty good time, but now it's kind of the point in the lane where he can't like stop the Timbersaw at all. He just can't do anything to him without help. Probably not what you wanted for this Timbersaw to like be having such a good game off the bat. I think like definitely misplaying the level 1 probably did not help, but at this point, they can't really interact with that guy until Rojo gets Blink Dagger. Once Rojo gets Blink Dagger, he is a kill, but they still need their team with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You need
so
at least like 1 hero follow-up, maybe more heroes follow-up.
You probably need like Rojo plus like either like Brew or like... Actually, Razor's
Maybe
pretty good
Rubik.
at killing Timber.
Rubik's got decent lockdown, but...
When Rubik has 6, sure. Before then, very meh.
Over to top lane, Aeon Arise, by the way. He's got an illusion rune. Both Brew and Razor are injured. Inkswell is there, but thanks to a good lift by Patience, the Inkswell will not work. Legacy is just hitting still. He'll hit the illusion and nobody dies.
True. No one did die there.
Despite both teams' efforts, nobody died.
Yeah. See if any team is making stacks. All right, this is really good by Radiant, making stacks for Sven and the triangle. I don't think there's any stacks for Dire. I mean, Troll not quite as good at taking them, but he is like kind of hard rushing B Fury. Like he just has Wand, Brown Boots, QB, Slippers, and it's just going Battle Fury. So he'll have it pretty fast. His team should really make stacks for him.
I mean, there was 1 stack at the camp here he's farming right now, double stack. Sure, it's not the industrial farming that Radiant's doing, but it's something. It's something.
You know, it is, but it's just like, oh, Rojo is...
He'll Echo Slam, he'll Enchant Totem, and he'll bring down ZY. He's backed up by 2 teammates, and now his teammates will look for revenge. Aeon has all 3 remnants ready to go. Chains are available. Chains. Chakram from Timbersaw who TP'd in from the bottom lane. That will be vengeance. Sure, Rojo got the first kill, but the counter kill is much bigger. Now they'll move to the middle lane
Honestly,
tower.
Yeah, I don't really think that TP by Timber is very good. I mean, I think Dire was already gonna get the kill on Earthshaker, and now Matador gets to like just have bot wave for a bit. So overall, a nice play by Dire, but don't really think that the Timber slot TP is necessary and kind of hurts the play. Because like Sven just gets to shove the wave in, and yeah, it's just not an optimal way of running it.
Top lane tower goes down, but Aeon TP'd in with a double damage rune. Legacy has the link. Making a lot of the Ember's damage. Ember will chain and remnant away, surely. He's still in the fight, however, but with Timbersaw arriving, Legacy needs to run away, and now they'll turn to Reed. Reed is in what I'm going to describe as severe danger. Patience will back him up, but he's now soulbound to his Rubik. Rubik's now unsoulbound thanks to the death of the Brewmaster, but Rubik will fall anyways. That's 2 support kills for a tower. Do you know, by the way, do you know what Reed was doing during that mid lane fight with Shaker? Because Reed was just, I think, trying to soul kill the the troll warlord by this sort of mine in the Mighty Mines area.
Yeah, I was not paying attention. I was honestly I'm just watching this Sven farm the stacks. He has acquired a lot of net worth from them. Turns out that stacking is a very strong mechanic.
Yes, it is, especially when you're a big man with a big sword.
Yeah. Both of Dire's cores have recovered from like they were briefly having like pretty tragic games, and the Troll Warlord and the Ember kind of out of that phase now. Ember like 1k and change away from Maelstrom, and Troll Warlord about to get Battle Fury in like 700 gold or something like that.
Big item pickup, Blink Dagger for Rojo. He ignores the free Grimstroke kill. He wants a bigger target. Looking at Radiant Vision, they saw the Timbersaw recently, they saw the Ember not long ago. Perhaps they'll go for Ember or Troll. They head to the east, towards the last known location of Ember. Ember seems to know something is wrong, though. He's running away towards the fountain. Now Rojo double back to mid, taking the aforementioned free Grimstroke kill, who was slapped out in 2-shot by Rojo. But again, that's the blink reveal, that's the smoke used, and the very low Ember did not die, neither did Troll.
One big thing for Radiant is that they finally have Brewmaster ultimate, which is pretty big, a pretty big deal. I do think Brewmaster kind of needs, like, Reed did a good job there to go like hit mid creeps, because he needs to make Vessel. It's an extremely valuable Vessel game, in terms of both healing reduction and just raw damage against some of these heroes. So they should make that a high priority for the team, you know.
I absolutely agree, and he's trying for it, though. Again, even though he is Reed, he's still playing a Brewmaster 4, not the,
I mean, Brewmaster 4 can farm pretty okay, you know? I think he just wasn't hitting enough creeps, you know? Now he'll do it now, and it'll be fine.
The moment you say that, he is on the creeps. He's like, you know what? I will hit creeps. Jim's looking over my shoulder. He's like, you know what? He wants me to farm creep.
Curious what Rojo's build will be this game. I mean, after like he buys an Aghanim, curious what it'll be. They're smoking for Rojo. He's on a ward.
Yep, Inkswell on Ember. The chains will not be there, but there's enough heroes on the way that it should still be a nice, easy kill. Rojo has a fissure, but again, in that 4v1, that's one more kill for the Timbersaw of Mist. He's now 3-0-1 on Timber.
Both of the, I think that like, they're bringing too many they're bringing too many heroes to come kill Rojo, because like they just don't need this many heroes to kill him, and both of the side lanes are being farmed by Radiant and not really by Dire. Like Troll's kind of there, but Rubik is, you know, cheeky.
A Rubik, you know, sometimes you play a Rubik, you just have the enemy spells and you're chilling. I mean, mid tower ends up going down anyways to Aeon. Stormbolt there on ZY. Matador is red with God's strength. Soulbind on Rubik and Sven. Split committed by Reed. ZY's half HP. Mist is half HP. Matador's low. Mist is running away. Mist goes down, but the trade is for Matador. So it's 1-for-1 so far. Echo Slam there on Aeon, and they bring him down. That's the massive kill. And now Reed will run down AQQD. They'll head to ZY. ZY has roll in 2. I don't think he'll live for 2. And he almost lived for 2. Regardless, that's a 4-for-1. Sure, you lose the carry, and you lose your mid T1 tower, but it's a resounding win for Royal Star, who now claim the enemy mid T1 tower.
Yeah, that was Dire did a good job of using their move to get it, like, to attack a tower, you know, like they got the mid tower and it was good. But your opponents are respawning with cooldowns, and like the bolt, like they have both their side blade like waves in. Like if you stay, of course they're gonna like go kill you, right? So that was kind of A little bit new by Dire, no flame to them. It happens to the best of us. Rojo has a shield rune. That's really. Oh, Rojo is going BKB first, which honestly I like it actually a lot. Grimstroke is really annoying for like Grimstroke like ulting you after you initiate and then putting your like it's really annoying for the what's the hero called?
Earthshaker?
Yeah, it's really annoying for their shaker.
By the way, 4-man smoke by top PK Dotes. They run into Reed again. Not the ideal target, but one they certainly will claim. Question then becomes, can they find more? Roll forward to the northwest by ZY. Got close to Legacy. Rojo's at the Twin Gate as well, but both Legao and Rojo Fireflu will escape. However, top PK Dotes may now have their mind on this top T1 tower, but that is, well, literally a full HP tower, and I'm not being hyperbolic. That's a literally full HP tower.
Yes. It is. Alright. One thing Dire is going for them, that they are playing Dire during, like, first night with the troll, or second, like...
Hold that thought, Jim, because top lane, it's a Legacy in danger. He's 1/3 HP.
why
Mattior
is he
becomes
buying
mad.
Rayasha?
He's a red. He's slapping Aeon. Legacy is dead. ZY's rolling. Hits Reed at this point. Rojo blinks in for the Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit actually rolls away for now. Surely he'll die here. He salves up. He's trying to escape, but he gets brought down by the stolen Stroke of Fate by Patience. Ends up being a 1-for-1 Razor for Earth Spirit. But Radiant committed a lot of cooldowns there. That's God Strength committed for the fight, and they still only... I mean, if we're being
Okay,
generous,
Legacy
they drew
has
1-for-1.
changed his quick buy to a BKB. I'm so happy right now, because he was gonna buy a Yasha, and it was gonna be 2k dead net worth, like literally just
Oh,
like.
chain in by Mist top lane. Rojo is in a bit of danger, but the chain is missed by Mist. Double entendre somewhat intended. Rojo blinks away to the east now. He seems to be fine despite having no TP. We're seeing more TPs in by top PK Dotes, but yeah, I mean, you mentioned how you wanted Legacy to have good items. Do you not think he's buying good items? Grimstroke's down.
Yeah.
Go on, Jim. Wait a minute, we have a bigger fight actually. Chains onto Rojo. They want to avenge the Grimstroke. ZY and Mist are in the thick of things, going for Rojo once again. He's brought down by the Earth Spirit's damage. He'll head to Reed. Reed has 10 stick charges and a split. He'll use neither. He accepts his death with honor. Double kill for the Earth Spirit. Certainly a good job avenging Grimstroke on that one.
Fruit. Yep, Elk.
Yep, Elk
Okay,
indeed.
Thank you, better.
I'm here for you, Jim. I'm always here for you. But
Thank you. Good job.
wait a minute. I'd like to turn your attention to the Dire Tormentor area. You notice something, Jim. It's minute 17. Do you notice something? We should grab this.
Oh, yeah, they should. Wisdom runes are really OP.
I'm drawing vigorous opals right now. I am mad about... I'm not really mad, but I'm surprised about it.
Yeah, wisdom runes are really strong. They should take that because they're very useful. They provide a lot of value. Mattior is still no BKB, which I don't like. He's going Silver Edge first, which he really should not show up to actually team fights, like since he's going this, and yeah, he needs to not show up to team fights. Like, and if he does, he needs to wait until like every relevant cooldown is gone. Because if you were to die at this point, it would be pretty bad. You know what I mean? In terms of like, you're gonna be like delaying your BKB an insane amount. I actually really hope he doesn't finish the Silver Edge and he just makes BKB. But he's a carry player, so he's definitely gonna make the Silver Edge. And if he uses the Silver Edge to come to a fight, it's gonna be like really awful.
In defense of Mattior, the two fights he has been at have been very close to where he was farming anyways. Maybe that'll be his idea.
No,
to
but yeah, but
farm
like he
here
needs
and
to
then I
like
fight
not
here.
like he needs to only come like he needs to use if he's buying Silver Edge and for it to not be a grief, he needs to not come to the fight unless he knows that every relevant spell is gone. Because if he dies without like if he goes to a fight with the Silver Edge, right, and he dies like with it and he doesn't get a kill or anything, like I mean he'll be getting a BKB at like minute 30 on Sven or something, you know? Like that would just be like really bad. Like
It would be.
so he yeah. I don't inherently think this is a horrible decision, but I think that this is an extremely like yeah, it's just not a very
It's a decision
the
that
risk
could
reward is
certainly
very
go
low, in my
wrong.
opinion.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Reed is, by the way, just dragging heroes towards him. Somehow he's dodging everything. He's Neo in the Matrix right now, just walking away from all the bullets. and he'll just walk away back to the safety of his own side of the map. That is... How is he alive,
Yeah.
actually?
One thing that is not great for Radiant is that Earthshaker and Razor are gonna both have their BKBs at like the same time. Like honestly, they both have like a good a good duo BKB timing, but they don't have a like their carry doesn't have BKB, so like he doesn't. Yeah, it's a little awkward for Radiant, but I mean it's like whatever at the end of the day.
You see
Timbersaw
play
is buying
brewing,
a
by
heart.
the way.
This is like
Legacy is in a lot of danger right now. There's 3 at the Twin Gate. We're seeing a TP in by Mattior of all players. Pro ulti is committed, Legacy to fall, and now Sven will not cancel his TP. He'll try to clean things up against his Troll ulti. Silver Edge has been finished. In come more TPs. Grimstroke to fall. So 1-for-1 so far. Troll will Twin Gate away. Mattior is looking to still perhaps fight, but with the heroes on the dire side disengaging, there is a Roshan that could be taken.
yes. Excuse me.
Excuse you indeed. You've been excused.
I did not mean to yawn. I hope it didn't infuriate you as it often does.
It is what it is. Bro, by the way, is just having a good time. Dire know he's in the area, by the way. Aeon scouted him out with the sleight of fist. He's just walking up slowly with Enchant Totem. Ro is very... I mean, no, his BKB's not finished yet. He's going to die here for this one, surely in this 1v4. Maybe he'll bring down somebody. Correction, he'll bring down nobody. But
They
he's
get
buying time for
Aegis.
Roshan.
They get Aegis, but it's on Sven, which is like really useless. Like I'm not sure if that play was good or bad, honestly. Like, yeah.
They're still looking to fight. ZY was just a little... I mean, he was a day late and $1 short. Right play, wrong time. And now he'll head for a bigger kill. The dust on Mattior. Speaking of Edis, might be lost right here, right now. The roll has no boulder, but boulder not needed. Reed has split, but he's silenced. He's in the soulbind. If they kill the Brewmaster here, they won't. He's unsilenced. That's 1 life lost on Sven. The split continues. Where's the backup? The backup cannot get here. But once again, head to Maddie or ZY may give his life for the cause. Correction, he'll live anyways. Fantastic roll in by ZY to start that fight. The kill goes the way of Mist. Now split has ended. Reed will get dove under that tower. Brewmaster to fall, but in comes Rojo Fireflu. Echo, but no, the Troll ulti. He'll turn on Rojo. An even better turn by the Troll Warlord. Top PK Dotes. An absolute rout. First they kill Rojo, then they kill Sven twice, and then they kill Rojo again. What a great chain of events.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is kind of like the scenario that I was a little bit worried about. Yeah. Yeah, Badger, this was kind of my concern for Radiant, you know what I mean?
Under attack.
Their concerns have been realized.
Like, you take one bat fight without the BKB, and, like, now Sven is, like, gonna get his BKB, like, I don't know, minute 26, 27, like, depending on how much, like, Dire, like, presses their advantage and tries to, like, interact with them. It's just tough. Dota's a tough game.
I will agree with you on that one. Dota, indeed. Tough game. And again, it seems like if Royal Star were a little more patient, waited for that Earthshaker beat. I mean, you mentioned the Sven BKB being delayed, but Earthshaker dying twice delayed. I mean, he was
Oh,
like
yeah,
2
yeah,
to go
I
from his
mean-
BKB and then just died twice, so that's...
Yeah. It's not, like, I think Rojo's first death was pretty good in the sense that, like, he brought the enemies, like, there's no way they're gonna come contest them at Roshan, you know what I mean? Like, without the, like, while Earthshaker's fighting them.
You were doing
But
very well.
I think
I'm
coming to
very
the second
proud
fight
of
was probably not optimal. Yeah.
Well, seems like we are back to farming, though never mind. Well, for a second, mid lane might have some action. There were spells used, but no action was had today.
Matty are working towards that BKB. I do think once Radiant has all 3 of their BKBs, they are just stronger in a fight than Dire. I think, at least.
Okay, Timbersaw tried the TP in. The TP did not work, however. Legacy will now BKB. Looking to fight, he's now sold out. In comes the 2-man Echo from Rojo into the fissure. That's the play you're looking for. Radiant used everything. And they got 2 big kills, and they got a 3rd kill on top of that one.
Legacy, don't buy a Yasha, buy a Halberd, or like, just buy anything that's not whatever he's planning on buying, okay?
Wait a minute, Troll? He's fine, surely. He's fine. I mean, you asked for him to go BKB over Yashi, he did that, and, you know, that's about all you're gonna get out of him today. Now he's gonna buy the Yasha anyways. Correction, he's
could
bought the Yasha. It's in his
He
stash
could
right
be
now.
so much more powerful. Like, dude, just imagine if he like bought like a halberd or like a heart or like.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that? The game suddenly allows.
Achievements.
The game is less competitive if he does that. If he buys Yasha, the game's more even.
The
It's
game
more
will
fun
still
that
be
way.
competitive, bro. Right? They got like a 1K gold lead at 25 minutes. The game will be fine if he didn't buy this. Okay.
Every bit counts. I like parody in my Dota games. You know, I like parody.
I don't. I think the game should be unfair for different people. Different people should be allowed to have fun and others shouldn't in the game.
That's too real. That's too real.
He's going a Manta. This is just not. Like, I understand he was like, oh, this way I don't have to BKB for like Brimstroke Silence, but like you could just buy like so many different items to like. It's just not a good use of net worth. That's all.
By the way, they're going on Reed all the way across the map. They can perhaps head for this tower, but a fight is happening under Radiant T2 tower. ZY is certainly in danger. He rolls on Rojo, but in comes Nadir from the east side to bring down Aeon. Now both Mist and the Troll Warlord are in a bit of danger. Soulbind is there on Sven and Razor. Troll pops the ulti, but they're cutting him around pretty nicely right now. Troll is not high HP. He'll fall as well. They'll head to Mist on the Timbersaw. It's already 2 cores dead. Triple kill for Legacy on the Razor. Doesn't seem like Legacy will get a rampage this fight, but maybe he will actually. Mist is lifted up. Ultra kill for Legacy. Grimstroke. Nah, he's not gonna die. Ultra kill for Legacy though. I mean, suddenly he's feeling real confident with a Manta now purchased.
Yeah. Looks like did Ember have BKB or he just didn't get it off, or it was like in base and then he has it. Also, Troll. Wow, Troll. I just realized the Troll has an SNY, and that was really psychotic of Dire to be there. They literally had like at most 1 BKB, if not 0. That's pretty well capitalized on by Radiant, but I'd say that's more of a blunder by Dire. No flame.
Maybe they thought it would be an easier kill. They had these 2 Observer Wards. They had a pretty good idea, like, hey, I guess this one wasn't really there yet, but they had a pretty good idea. There were a lot of heroes that were not near that area, but they got TP'd on.
Yeah,
The TPs came in.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And perhaps they're feeling the pressure. It's one of those things where this Sven is acquired items. He's acquired currency. He's very strong.
I think the Timbersaw's build is like really troll, by the way. Oh, he's gone on.
He's fine.
I feel like he should have like, I don't know, like things that'll like. I just look at his build and I just don't think it's that useful. I don't know.
Blink, Echo by Rojo. Aeon is injured, and he's not quite dead, however. ZY has the kick, freaking Rojo away. Now Rojo BKBs. Perhaps a little bit too late, but again, they'll head to Mist. Mist has a Lotus Orb on top of him, gets stunned by Stormbolt. Soulbind comes in, and Razor into the Brewmaster. Razor is being kited around. Timbersaw to fall. Troll pops the ulti. Timbersaw buys back. It's desperation time for top PK Dotes. ZY is in danger. ZY is dead. Troll has his BKB active, but his ulti is over. Aeon's jumping in. He's jumping around, trying to TP. The TP will not work. He's brought down by Reed's right-click damage from the Primal Split. Now it's Timbersaw under duress. He'll get right-clicked. He'll get stunned. He'll get brought down. That's a dieback on Mist. That's a 4-0. Again, an absolute gargantuan win for Royal Star, who ballooned their lead to 11k and counting.
They're like, it's really hard for a lot like Dire. Dire needs this Timbersaw to have a BKB so he can BKB and do damage and force Radiant to like move around and like open up, like make it easier for his Ember and his Spirit and Troll to play team fights. At this point though, the game is really hard for Dire. Yeah, at this point the game is really hard for Dire. If they want to take a 5v5, they have to like kill Brood before he splits, and they have to like kill Rubik really early too, I think. And if they want to get a pick off, like, let me see. I think that I mean, they can still get pick-offs. I mean, the thing is, it's hard though, like, cause their only real stun is their Spirit Roll, right? Like, they don't have any other real stuns. Troll Warlord needs a Basher, and then he needs a way to get on top of them really fast, like a Blink Dagger or like a Silver Edge. If they want to get pick-offs, otherwise it's not gonna happen. Like, they're just not gonna be able to do it.
If Troll can somehow get, I don't know, like Basher, Swift Blink, Aghanim Scepter, then we're talking, but That's a lot of items, and does not have any of them.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't need the Ag so much. He needs a Basher and a Blink at least. Like that's the cheapest way he can fix his current problems in the game. You know. Obviously he'd like to have more than that, but that's the cheapest solution to.
Oh, Blink Echo mid lane by Rojo Fireflu. He grabs a solo kill of an Arcane under the enemy tier 3 tower. Now Troll is, I mean, he's here, but he's not doing anything because Rojo Fireflu is a big man with a big pink rune right now. So he's just fine.
Dire's top tower is under
Bro, just too good for you that he's boring you, Jim?
No, I just yawned. That's all.
Speaking of Rojo, he'll once again go in on Troll Warlord with 3 teammates backing him up. Troll is absolutely annihilated. Perhaps he was trying to get a little bit greedy on the ulti timing, or perhaps he accepted his death. Regardless, he's most certainly dead. First Spirit's alive in 5, Troll in 55. Troll does have buyback if he wants to use it, but again, if he buys back, he's got no BKB. Fissure on 2, follow-up stun with the enchant totem thanks to the Aghanim Shard. Rax. Well, range Rax are dead. None are still alive. Blink in by Rojo. He's rooted. He'll BKB. Looking to turn Soulbind on Brewmaster and Rubik. Keeping the backlines tied up for the time being. Rojo TP's away. It will be successful. And now it's chasing time. Mist chains forward. Roll on to Legacy. Aeons looking for the right angle right here, right now. ZUI is in a lot of danger. Gets brought down by the Razor Storm. Fort comes in on Timbersaw. Timbersaw while the Lord's from Aeon's being dove under his base by the Brewmaster Split. Brewmaster Split brings down Aeon. Again, the Rax bat is melted to Brewmaster Split as well, I believe. Legacy's still diving. Looking for the Grimstroke. Grimstroke goes down. Timbersaw's dead as well. Ultra for Legacy once again. 5 acts aplenty. 3 more. Returning to the team fight once again. Legacy's so low right now, but can he get a rampage? Aeon's dropping. Aeon's so low right now. Aeon is dead. That's a rampage for Legacy. And now, with a dieback on Ember, you're in a lot of danger. They head to ZY. ZY kicked away. He's being kited around. He'll get brought down. 2-man fissure, 3-man fissure, even from Rojo. And again, top PK Dose, they are doing nothing except crumbling. Their base is dying. Their heroes are dying. The Troll is technically still alive, but that is not a stout base defense. Rojo blinks in, enchant totems away, and Royal Star are in a commanding position right now.
Yeah, this game is kind of just over.
Yeah, it really is. Well, they're bringing in the Troll. Oh, Gladiator just dives well past the tier 4 towers to bring down Grimstroke. 2-man Echo was dodged by the Troll Warlord, but again, Madior is good to fight. Troll's ulti will end soon, and when his ulti ends, he'll lose his life. Timbersaw dies as well to full 5-man. That's a GG column. Game 1 goes to Royal Star.
Yep, GG. I think Dire, like that one play where Dire went top and like they didn't have like BKBs, was kind of game. Like, or like that was where the game like went from like fine to like, oh yeah, we just lost, guys. Oops. You know what I mean?
It's one of those games where it kind of emphasizes the importance of BKB. I mean, top PK Dotes kind of got the major lead. I wouldn't call it major, but the moderate lead they did, thanks to Radiant fighting without their BKB. Radiant fought Dire without Dire's BKBs, and suddenly it turns around. So, BKB, item. That's the day for the kids out there.
True. BKB is a very strong item. Very accurate, Badger. Good work.
Thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. The new lobby is up, by the way. Normally, I would keep things going during the break, but for those who do not know, I'm casting 2 playoff series today. One for Lads Plus, one for PDC. So you're in the wrong slot, Jim. But
I realize that.
Any final words, Jim, before I cut to a break?
No, I have no final words.
All right, my name is Badger. Once again, joined by Mr. Strawberry Shark. We'll see you in, I don't know, 2 minutes or so for Game 2 of Top PK Dotes versus Royal Star in the League of Lads Plus playoffs. Greetings and salutations once again, Dota fans. We are back. Surprise, surprise. It's now game number 2 of Alliance Plus Playoffs Best of 3 between Royal Star on the now Dire side and Top BK Dose on the Radiant side. Royal Star took game 1. Was a bit of a slow start for Royal Star, but once things got going, they certainly got going. I'm once again joined by the great Strawberry Shark, aka Jim. And how are you feeling going into game number 2 of the series?
How am I feeling going to number 2? I mean, I'm chilling. For like, do you mean like what I think of like each team's like chances, or like what do you mean?
I mean, I gave you the open question. You answer that however your heart feels it's appropriate.
Okay. The Royal Star gets Zen again, and then Radiant has Dawnbreaker, which is one of the few heroes that actually can like kind of smash on Sven in lane. So I'm curious if they're just planning on playing this as a 3 and pairing it with some really strong range 4. I mean, they might not be looking to do that, but if I was them, that's what I would be looking to do. So, yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
You know what's funny? One actually entirely unrelated comment. I kind of wanted to say it, but one thing that's gonna be fun today for me is patience. I'm yelling at the top of my lungs about. I guess it wasn't really top of lungs. Yelling at like 92% of my lungs for Legacy Rampage. I got 5 more games today.
Badger, you have a lot of games to cast.
I mean, it could be 4 games. If I end up rolling 2-0-2-0, then 4 games. But if I roll 2-1-2-1,
True.
oh boy, it could be fun. It could be fun.
So far, I mean, draft is going on. Nothing really crazy happening, I'd say. I like the Grimstroke ban by Dire. The hero is really annoying to play against. I'll be pretty surprised if there's no Brew ban or pick for Radiant right here. I'll be pretty surprised if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, we're at the point now where we're getting out of the ban phase. We're getting there. We're getting there. I will say the Royal Star are very clearly confident on big man with big sword.
True.
And Top PK Dotes, they're well aware of what's coming. They just dealt with it. So perhaps, again, the Dawnbreaker perhaps is a bit of a start. As we mentioned during last game, there was a bit of a lack of lockdown. Dawnbreaker isn't necessarily known as the biggest lockdown hero, but does provide a good bit of lockdown. For Guardian's a large stun, Starbreaker, small stun, Hammer's a slow, so you have some stuff to work with. You have Cask, so we're building of lockdown. Is this a good sign for you, Jim?
Whatever. I mean, Dawnbreaker is a strong hero. I think it's. I don't really like picking Witch Doctor without knowing your lane at all. I think this is like a horrendous pick, and I think this is like, yeah, just a bad pick.
So the people in the Twitch chat were commenting, perplexed, saying, "Why will they let the Brewmaster through?" And they've done it twice. Are you surprised?
I don't know. Witch Doctor is extremely like okay in the lane. It is good against Brewmaster, but like Reed is the 4. Like usually Witch Doctor is good against Brewmaster because Brewmaster like has you know what I mean. Like if Reed just stays away from anybody and like it's just a really like Witch Doctor is not a hero you can pick early. Like they could have even predicted this Brewmaster was coming and it would still be like it just the Brewmaster like this Witch Doctor pick is really bad. It's like really bad. That's just not the type of hero that Witch Doctor is. You know what I mean? Like already, like you're gonna never interact with Warlock, and his ult cancels yours, and you can't really walk up an ult like into him in a team fight. Like, Brewmaster can like you know what I mean, Badger? Like it's already a really bad game for the hero.
I do know what you mean. I mean, you think they should make out like a safer option with that 13 pick, like something that's very reliable.
I mean, they just shouldn't have taken that. Like this, it's just really bad. Like there's nothing like for me to say past that. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to be toxic. I'm just like acknowledging that picking Witch Doctor when these are the heroes you've seen is not good. Like at this point in the draft, like at this draft spot, it's just really bad. No offense.
One of those things, it's 13. Like, okay, let's pick Witch Doctor. What could possibly go wrong? Brewmaster Warlock. Oh, that's what can go wrong. But it is what it is. But top PK Dotes, they have been spending a lot of time thinking about how to respond to this. And they'll go with Skywrath Mage. Certainly a classic of many NA greats.
I do like this pick. I think this pick, but like they're pretty committed to like not team fighting anymore. I'd say with having the Witch Doctor and the Sky Mage, like they should really just play for pickoffs, and the rest of their draft, like whatever they draft from here on out, should reflect that they're just playing for pickoffs. Because like just looking at these three heroes versus the other three heroes, like they already can't team fight. You know what I mean? Like if both teams have even net worth, like there's no chance that like Radiant is ever winning a team fight with their heroes.
Well, you got Slark, who again,
That hero's good. The Slark pick is good in that it lets them play like a really like hit and run sort of style. So while I didn't like the Witch Doctor pick, I do like this duo. Yeah, one chill.
I got one.
I'm gonna give her food now. I usually.
You go do that. I'll hold it down. As Jim was mentioning earlier, Slark does, especially with the Aghanim Scepter, do well in that style. Again, if you want to get these sort of side lane pickoffs, then
Dire should get a hero here, by the way, that takes to buildings, so that they don't have to they don't get stuck in that kind of a game, because it will be really hard for them to deal with the Slark. They should get a hero that lets them like go push towers, like I don't know, Death Prophet or some shit like that.
I agree.
TA. Actually, TA mid, and I mean, there's a Witch Doctor and a Slark already.
How much does there's a hard game for the refraction. Oh, even a big TA player.
Yeah, Rojo's really good TA. He just doesn't play it often, but his TA is actually legitimately like really good.
You just don't see it very often.
Yeah. But I mean, they should really pick a hero here that just pushes towers, though, because you really don't want to get into like this sort of like back and forth like trading kills kind of game against Slark, where they're just hunting you down with like Slark Sky Mage, and you're gonna have like when skirmishes do happen, Dawnbreaker can just always connect to them. As long as it's not a real team fight, it would be good for them. Actually, I'm really trying to think what would be the best hero for Dire. There has to be something better than Death Prophet. That's not like what
Beastmaster is Beastmaster banned? Beastmaster's not banned.
Yeah, but I don't really. They should not play Beastmaster and Brewmaster lane. It's like this pick sucks.
About that,
kind of.
PB.
I mean PB is amazing against Slark, in the game. But I just don't. I think they should have picked something to hit towers. I just don't like this pick. I don't think yeah.
Perhaps that 23 pick will be the building hitter, but
yeah, the best way to deal with Slark is by just like buying like team items and like walking in S5 and like going to end the game. Because when that happens before like 30 minutes of Slark, like there's really not much he can do. Like his hero is just kind of like worthless in that scenario, you know?
Absolutely.
Where like the other team is ahead and like you already drafted like really strong like. Oh, I'll be right back. I need to deal with Cat 1.
You go deal with Cat 1. I'll be here.
I was just thinking a lot. They should really pick Tower Push on Dire on their last pick, though. In my opinion, if they don't, they're just trolling.
I agree. Again, it's one of those things where you get into like this sort of shootout game with Slark, where it's skirmish v skirmish. Slark, Dawnbreaker, Sky Mage are great at the tops. In Royal Star, it's kind of a catch-22. Where either you keep playing the skirmishes, in which you lose the skirmishes, or you group up as 5, but if you group up as 5, then you get out-farmed in the side lanes by Dawnbreaker, Slark, and stuff like that. So if you have that centralizing building hitter, as Jim was saying, picking, as I agree with, then you can go hit the Roshan, hit the buildings, perhaps end that game with like a second Roshan minute 8 or so, and not necessarily end the game, but get into a position so strong, say like, I don't know, up 19,000 gold, where it's effectively over, assuming Royal Star play the game correctly, keeping the map on. Top BK Dotes will have 24 pick though, so there's counter pick in their Jim is going to be a little bit surprised with this pick. I'm surprised with this pick. I mid-sentence saw this pick and I just stopped having words to say. I am surprised. I don't exactly know. I mean, it's PA carry with perhaps a Sven support Brewmaster offlane. Perhaps Sven Master, or I have no idea though. End up being a Puck as the counter pick again. Another great kickoff sort of hero. And a hero this game I think could do very well in this PB puck lane. So it's free. EA Airy, I mean, this is I mean, if you can get to the late game, you certainly have a better late game lineup. You have 3 harder farmers there. But I feel like top PK Dotes are going to have a major advantage in the early to early mid game sort of heroes. And PA is a hero that once is online can get a bit scary, but you need at least 2 items. You probably ideally want like a 3 or 4 item time to really be online this game. And perhaps that's the idea, where if you have this PA timing around the time when Stark's going to hit his timings, then your like super greedy lineup will be successful. But I think Rojo is going to have a pop-off game here if Royal Star are going to have any bit of momentum. Top PK Dotes have like an actual total lineup, and Royal Star have the cavalcade of just greedy ass heroes. Maybe Maddie was thinking, we're up a game, we're willing to experiment. Maybe Legacy was asking for offlane spend or something. Certainly is possible. And if you're playing Puck this game, you have to be so happy. Like, I used to play Puck back in ye olden days when I was a youth of Dota. I loved playing Puck. Man, this hero can really excel if you're a very good player in the lobby relative to the lobby, and there's very poor stuns to deal with you. Let me ask you, what is the answer to Puck this game? You've got Brewmaster Split, which again, everything's either dodgeable in terms of phase shift, or it's the Cyclone. But if you Cyclone, then Puck can immediately phase shift out of that one. You've got Pulverize, which again, if you can get it, is fantastic. Doing that's going to be difficult. Sure, Onslaught's possible as well, but if you have any kind of vision, or it's even day vision to find there, you've got Stormbolt, which again, unless you're really outplaying the Puck, Puck's going to be able to dodge that one phase shift as well. And you have Warlock ulti, which again is not a very good stun for locking down a Puck unless Puck has spells on cooldown. So if you're Aeon, this is a chance to really pop off and have a fantastic game here. Either way, though, if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of Top PK Dotes on the Radiant side. Taking on Royal Star on the Dire side. Royal Star won game 1. My name is Badger. I am joined by former DPC player Strawberry Shark, aka Brook, aka Jim. Though currently he is dealing with his cat.
I'm back.
Cat 1. Speaking of, welcome back. I was just mentioning you. I was doing my,
I heard.
You know my intro. I was like, hey. Apparently, Cat 1 is fed, and hopefully, it will stop being a
terror to
stop
society.
being a terror to society. We'll go with that, sure. So they picked
the drugs hit different when you're talking with Badger. Ooh.
They picked 23 PA, by the way.
They picked 20.
Yeah, they picked 23 PA. It's spent offlane.
Dude, I hate this shit.
I knew you were gonna say that too. I knew you were gonna say. My instant
awful.
reaction, I literally mid-sentence stopped. I kind of like trailed off.
I'm not trying to be toxic. I just like I just when I heard that and I looked at their heroes, I thought this is fucking horrible.
I think I was more kind than you were, but I do agree with your sentiments.
I mean, you could just they could like look at Radiant's heroes. Radiant even fucking picked a Puck. Like, can you imagine if Radiant just picked some hero that like pushes towers and like Reed went like first item pipe, and like they just like tried to win the game like before, you know what I mean? Like, can you just imagine that scenario, bro? It would have been like fucking amazing. But
I can, but
instead they have like this scenario. I think this is just a terrible draft, to be honest. But I don't think draft matters that much. Like, it does matter, don't get me wrong, but like I think even in Lads Plus it's kind of like draft is still kind of fake. Like, it's more real than it is in Lads, but it's still pretty fake. You know what I mean?
So consider the following. All the best support players in NA love Skywrath Mage. B-God, Artorias, and now ZY, they're all playing Skywrath Mage. Of course, these are the best support players in NA, so
True.
should be a real pop-off performance here for Skywrath Mage.
I like Skywrath Mage too.
There we go. That's now 4 players in the Skywrath Mage camp.
Yeah, I just really think that this is really bad by them is all. I don't know.
What do you build on offlane? He's buying arcane boots. What are you supposed to buy on offlane Sven? What do you think a Sven should buy in the offlane?
I'm not even gonna think about it. If you buy it, I don't know.
Wait,
just fucking
top
suck.
lane, first blood. I missed it entirely. Meteor wants vengeance. How did I miss? It's lucky you did. You miss first blood sometimes.
Also, they picked like PA into this. Like, this is a lot weaker lane than Warlock Sven.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Skymage should have like used all of his mana and then denied to tower. He's kind of like stuck in lane with an like he's sending us. He spent so much gold on regen because he didn't deny himself the tower.
Yeah.
One thing is that okay, like this is bad by Radiant. Radiant should minimize using their spells, like unless they're actually all ending one of the two heroes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because otherwise they will waste a lot of stuff to try. Yeah, they will waste a lot of resources. Let's see how mid's going. 8 to 4. Yeah, I don't know with a little bit of a CS lead, but he has gotten denied 4 times, so the lane's pretty 50-50 it looks like. I would assume that this is I don't know, I would assume this is an even lane. Probably like a 50-50 matchup.
I feel like Puck and Primal Beast haven't been relevant at the same time before, you know? Maybe I'm wrong about that, but it feels that way.
I don't know if you are right or wrong, Badger.
Or to bottom
Sorry.
lane, Witch Doctor will get right-clicked down by Big Reed. I feel like I've never seen this lane. I'm sure it's happened before in top level play, but I can't recall it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were doing very well. I'm very proud of you.
I will say though, this minute 4 rune's very important mid lane. Both the Puck and the Primal Beast need it, both for different reasons, but again, Roho needs HP, Aeon needs mana. Over to top lane, the brawling continues. Bot lane as well, brawling there, but nobody's dead yet in either of the two lanes, though Meteor is... I mean, he's doing well on CS, but he's still taking a lot of damage in this. Alright, so what's like the first big action you think we're gonna expect here? Like looking at like a 6 on Primal Beast rotation, 6 on Puck rotation, maybe the minute 6 rune fight. What do you think we're gonna expect here, action wise, Jim?
Any of those scenarios.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I mean, those are all. Yeah.
They're all plausible.
I would like Radiant supports if they rotate to mid for the 6-minute rune are way more useful than Dire supports.
We have
So
the answer right here, right now. It's level 5 rotation for Roho Fire Flu on Primal Beast. He'll look to dive, onslaught forward. He's got Trample on top of the Slark, but cast delays him for now. Stormbolt is there. Slark's trying to get away. He pounces. He's got the Lotus. He'll use it. He does not die to the Wolves. But he's still in danger. He's not safe yet. Meanwhile, Rojo's looking to run down AQQT. TP in by Skywrath Mage of ZY. And now, again, if somebody in the Radiant side dies, perhaps it's worth it. But Rojo needs a kill here. He's got TP. He got stealth. But his TP's canceled! Oh, he'll die on Witch Doctor. That's so worth it for Witch Doctor. Reed's in danger. Reed goes down. AQQD's finally dead. But now Rojo is trapped bottom lane, fighting for his life, doing whatever he can before his inevitable passing. Slark has to pounce. In comes concussive shot. Down goes Rojo. Fire Flu. A Rojo rotation. And it did not work out as well. Big win there for top PK Dotes.
Yep. That was definitely not what Radiant were looking for there.
No, it was.
Or
Yes,
Dire,
it
I
was.
mean.
Yeah, for Dire, no.
That was definitely not an optimal series of events.
Agreed. Now again, Slark's feeling confident. Maybe more confident than he should be. He's got to pounce on Legacy. Legacy will not tick down to the Maledict, surely. He will not. Meanwhile, top lane. Dota 2's occurring there, but never mind. Mist says, you know what? I don't want to play Dota 2. I will disengage. I'm good.
Mao. Say it, Badger, say it.
Ow. I will say though, I was mentioning the the minute 6 rune. It went the way of Puck, but again, that's not the rune you want on Puck. That's the Ilu rune. That's probably the worst rune on Puck, so it's not the ideal play. But he's still going to TP it anyway. Sort of the top lane, Coil ready. He's got it on Madior. Madior surely will die here, barring a miracle. Puck has Orb ready to go. Wait a minute, Slark's dead bottom lane. Now Madior is finally. This ends up being a carry for carry trade. Across the map, certainly good for the side of Royal Star getting that 1-for-1 carry trade, considering that the Puck rotated top lane. But speaking of rotations, now Rojo's top lane. Onslaught forward, hits on Mist into the Pulverize, but it's cancelled by ZY. Fast fingers there for the Skywrath Mage with that Ancient Steel. Rojo not cancel that TP. His spells are on cooldown, so again, that's 2 rotations for Rojo, both off the mark. That's uncharacteristic from Fire Flu.
Yeah. I mean, Dota's a tough game. What can you do?
Seconded.
Seconded. Thirded.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, speaking of tough game time, it's bottom lane. Tough time to be the Witch Doctor, or perhaps the time to be Reed. He'll sidestep the pounce. Slark will fight. Sven will fight as well, for that matter. Reed certainly will die in the fight, but if Slark dies in exchange, perhaps it will be worth it. Stormbolt is ready for Legacy to use it. In comes Dark Pact. Now Slark has to run away, however. Regardless, it's a permanent Jody sack for Slark, a death on Reed, and we are not that far from getting that Shadow Dance on Slark.
I guess his build is really odd. I don't know if I like it or dislike it, to be totally honest. It's just very bizarre. No offense.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was asking you earlier, because I don't know. I see he buys like a Blink Dagger, and then maybe like, I'm sure he buys an Magnum Shard there. Maybe he goes Auras on top of like Blink Dagger Shard. I'm not entirely sure you're supposed to buy an offlane Sven.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll just see, because I think he needs some points in his W, bro. Because he can't just like keep
Mid
fighting.
lane,
Like,
Pulverize, Trample, Aeon's in danger. He'll face it, but the solo kill for Rojo Fire Flew. And
That's
Rojo
really
had a
big for Rojo.
quiet start to the game, but now he is loud and saying, "You know what? I will kill the enemy mid laner. It's okay. I will kill. I'm Rojo Fire Flew."
that was a really big kill. Rojo was pretty down in the dumps in the net worth and stuff department, and now he's completely even EXP with Puck and like 50 gold down. So
While Reed's fighting
pretty big
1v2,
deal for them.
seems like he'll die on Reed. He'll try to bring down Skywrath Mage with him, but he'll fail to do so. Pounced by Slark there on Legacy. Legacy will survive. Meanwhile, again, it's a rotation by Aeon. Coil's not available, however, so perhaps a little bit too jumpy there for Aeon. Meanwhile, top lane, speaking of Rojo Fire Flew, this time rotation on point. Pulverize used on Mist. I want to highlight, though, again, Rojo recognized that with Orb on cooldown for Puck, that's your window to go in there and kill the Puck, and yeah, he did it. Just did it. Just killed him. And now, again, with the rotation succeeding, Rojo's in a great spot.
Yeah. Any other killers in the Twitch chat? You know, be like people who commit murders. No.
I'm not sure if they'll be admitting to felonies in the Twitch chat. Regardless, Legacy's being dove. Mist has Soul Guardian. Legacy is trying to juke to the west. I don't believe he survives here. Rojo keep being in. He'll look for Vengeance. Pulverize on ZY, ensuring Sky Mage cannot cancel the ulti this time around. But Sky Mage has a lot of base move speed. He's going to TP. It's a very bold TP. It works! Oh! And the tip! What a great TP from ZY. He's feeling himself after that one.
Redis just has 2 bracers. Very interesting. I'm really curious what he will go. I think he should buy a pipe though. I think a pipe would be a good item choice.
I agree. Again, what's in the courier for him right now? He's a courier on the way to him. Urns. Maybe it's Vessel into pipe, perhaps? Or maybe just Urn into pipe?
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I don't really. I hope he just leaves the Vessel or the Urn as an Urn. I don't really think this is a good game to go Vessel.
TP away by Slark.
Oh,
Again.
look at Slark's item build. It's just Brown Boots Midas. Damn.
Yes, he has. And a Wraith Band. And a
And a
Magic
Wraith.
Wand.
Sure, I guess.
Mid lane, we're seeing a dive against Patience. Patience got a fatal bonds off. Maybe he thought about using the ulti, but because you know what? I'm not going to waste my ulti. That's a very long cooldown. 160 seconds, so he accepts his death. And now he's dead.
Happens to the best of us.
Yes, it does.
Oh, Madior is hard. I see Madior has Battle Fury now.
He does.
Wow.
At this point, he is
He
farming.
literally just has one QB and like look at his inventory, bro. It's pretty funny.
And a circle. He got and a Blightstone. That's like.
Sorry, and a Blightstone.
Yeah, I will agree. That's definitely. Oh wait, Mystic Flare on Reed. Reed was silenced as well, so he could not use that primal split. I will agree. That's a very. It's not a pure naked rush, but it's close enough for Madior.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got no shoes. Man's out here barefoot in the jungle. Like that's how you get like ringworm or something.
No, not ringworm, Badger. No.
Ringworm's not good. Oh, again, another TP right in front of Rojo. Yeah, if Rojo connected like all his ganks so far this game, he'd be like 6-0-0 right now. He'd be so far ahead of the game.
Yeah, I mean he's pretty strong as is. I'll say that they have really bad stuns for Puck, and Puck is getting pretty big, so that might be a point of concern for the
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Dire team. You know what I mean?
Yes, you are right. Speaking of concern, mid lane Rojo is walking in 1v4. He's quite tanky, buying time for his team to arrive. At this point, he'll die. In comes Legacy with a one-man Storm Bolt, but again, it's the rough death there for Rojo, and perhaps Patience will die as well. He's slow by concussive shots. In comes the Ancient Seal. Aeon is blocked by his teammates. Orb available, Storm Bolt, and the Althir dodged by Aeon. That's 2 stuns dodged. He'll surely jump to the south away from Madior. Madior will not go in for the puck. Instead, he'll head for perhaps a Witch Doctor, but everybody on Radiant on top PK Dotes walks away.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Good call.
Good call. I mean, Rojo at this point, well, he's going phase boots. He's not going for the travels. He went like Windlace, Blade Mail, phase boots. It's definitely an interesting build.
I mean I think that this is pretty like it's like kind of standard in the sense that like you do normally just get phase boots and a blade mail. It's just that he did the ordering like slightly differently than other people, so you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But,
I see what you mean. Like phase boots after you buy like 4K items is a little bit I'll call it non-ordinary. Be kind to Rojo.
Middle tower has fallen.
I mean it's certainly I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely like not like the quote common build, but I think it's cool. I don't know.
I feel like a lot of these like P players who don't go phase boots for free often like go greed it out for travels. So that's definitely less common in the more common phase boots build.
Yeah.
Well, more TPs in top lane. Reed just died, but he's back to the top lane. Oh, good onslaught forward by Rojo, but he's silenced. The death worth a lot of damage on Rojo. He might just stick down here the Maledict, potentially. Rojo has now been coiled up by Aeon. The split continues for Reed. He's trying to go in for miss, but at this point it's ZY for Rojo trade. Good for top PK Dose for now. Of course, Reed wants more. They're looking for AQ QD, but he might just die for that one immediately. Jaunt forward by Aeon. He wants Patience as well. Witchblade is Patience. Is in a lot of danger given he's a warlock with no items and no spells. Perhaps he'll try to wand. He did wand, but again, I don't think he'll survive here unless Legacy can save him, and as well, Legacy cannot save him. 3 for 1 there for top PK Dotes, and again, with that tower on top of that one. Another big win there for the Radiant side.
Yeah. Very good for them. What is... I mean, Radiant is also really bad at hitting objectives. So, honestly, both teams are like really awful at hitting towers. Dire is at least decent at, like, pretty decent at hitting Roshan, you know what I mean? Just a very interesting drafts so far, in my opinion, from the teams. Yep.
I'm just looking around at items right now.
I like that Slark is going Echo Saver, by the way. I think like you need to get some raw HP this game. Like going on Diffusal would have been super creep with the Midas. So I think this was a really good decision by the Slark. Pock's build looks pretty standard. He's pretty. I mean, Pock is actually really strong right now. Like he has his Blink Dagger. He has his level 2 ultimate. He has you know, Witchblade. So he's actually pretty. That guy's pretty strong.
Reed's dead again, by the way. I feel like that's going to happen a lot this game. It's already 7 deaths for Reed, and well, at this point it's 7 deaths and counting.
Yeah. I like this buying a Lotus Orb and just has an earn Lotus. That'll be good. Honestly, I'm really struggling to see what a game impact Legacy he's gonna have. He is queuing up a pipe, which is really good. That's good. Pipe is very good here.
And with the pipe and like an Aghanim shard, he's very tanky. You know? He's will provide a lot to his team survivability wise.
He will. That'll be pretty good.
Ultimately, I mean, even like 1 point in cleave probably would have been useful for this exact scenario. Given
Yeah.
he's kind of just farming creeps by himself. But oh well.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
It is indeed what it is. $4K lead for top PK Dotes. They have already gotten 2 of the T1 towers. That bot T1 might be alive for a bit longer, but again, because they're not good at taking Roshan, they kind of have to go for like a pick off into a tower kill, correct?
Yeah. They can't really do anything raw this game. They're gonna have to be like playing to get stuff like that. Or like to get like free objectives. Which is like fine. That's the way you can. That is.
Oh,
for
do you
sure a way
consider
can play the game.
Sven a free objective? Just walking in there under Radiant Ward?
No, because he's just gonna be useless the whole game. No offense.
At least some gold for ZY on the Sky Mage. Oh,
Yeah,
brutal words about Sven today.
I just, you know, it's just like I just am really not seeing the value of the Sven pick. Honestly, he should like already have a shard, and like the fact, like he's like so poor, and like I'm not like seeing like what he's gonna do to like not be poor, and like what he's gonna do to like be useful while he is poor, you know?
Yeah, I mean, got a stun, which
I mean,
again,
Madior
something.
is rather farmed. So yeah.
Well, top lane, it's Slark going in for a solo kill on Sven. Puck arrives, as does Dawnbreaker, and just like that, a 1v1 turns into a 3v1 into a 3v0. But now Dire DP in 3. They're going for Mist. Mist DP's away. Ulti's dropped on 2, but not onto the Dawnbreaker. But Dawnbreaker dies that next to panel split anyway, so now Slark will turn onto the Brewling. The Slark needs to be careful. He's got half HP and ulti on cooldown. He's still being kited around by Reed, but Reed might be a little bit too deep this time. Reed split will go down. Aeon blinks forward, looking for patience. Well, he's very dead. Mystic Flare dropped. Warlock's life forfeit. 3 for 1 for top PK Dotes, and then we're seeing a TP away by ZY. It's now a 3 for 2, now a 3 for 3. Actually, both Radiant supports going down. Aeon needs to be careful. He's pulverized. Good timing by Rojo Fire Fluent.
Wow.
What was a 3 for 1 turned into a 3 for 4. Royal Star 2v4. Turn it around.
That well capitalized on by Dire, but like damn, Radiant just like grief.
Radiant's
Holy.
middle tower is under
That was a really big like the gold change is like pretty significant, but like the amount of EXP they just gave like to Dire like PA is now level 17, Badger. Like hold scoreboard and look at everyone's levels.
Yeah,
Or like show the
that's,
Twitch chat like everyone's levels. Like it's actually like
big number.
the cost of like going too far there is like literally game losing. PA was very far away from a BKB as well. Like I think they and they got like a lot of gold, and like now they're not really that far away from BKB.
He went
Yep.
third item BKB too. It's not like he went like B Fury BKB. He went B Fury Deso BKB. Again, if you're getting your BKB that fast, then it's going to be a very powerful build for Madior.
Yeah, I mean, like he's gonna get to BKB and be a god. Like he's gonna be BKB level 18 at like minute like 22. So like that's like really strong. You know what I mean, Badger? Like he has a Deso, and yeah. They should probably look to try to do Roshan with Madior's BKB and level 18, because they're like they're like ungodly strong right now. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like actually kind of like insane how much stronger they are with that.
Maybe that was the idea. It's like, if we saw PA unbanned, we thought it was a great PA game. We'll just have Sven be useless in the offlane. Because if our PA has the impact of 2 heroes, then our Sven can have the impact of none. Speaking of, Tormentor goes down. Free Shard the way of Reed on the Brewmaster. Now we have a coil on Madior. Madior's BKB is not finished yet. That's a big punishing kill there. He'll get his BKB soon, but that'll delay it by well over a minute, and it will result in that T1 tower going down.
Yep. Very accurate, Badger.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Madior is dead, and like that was good by Radiant and good for them. But right now, with the two things that need to happen for each team is that Radiant needs to keep killing Dire, like they need to keep getting pickoffs, and Dire needs to get Madior's BKB, smoke, and get a kill or two, and then do Roshan. Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but could you turn your attention to Sven real fast? Particularly look at his skill build.
Dude.
We're seeing a Warlock die mid lane. I'm going to ignore that.
Dude.
He skilled stats
I
over
don't wanna,
Cleave!
I don't want to look at it.
Get strength!
I don't want to talk about it. 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 I don't want to flame Legacy, okay? Just let me not flame him, alright?
Middle tower is under attack.
Is that fair, Badger? Is that a
It's fair, but the scientists are baffled right now. I don't know what to say. I mean,
No, I mean there's just like no way that this is like a human like you can't do like I mean it's just so like illegal.
this is literally a felony in all 48 lower states. I mean, this is maybe a misdemeanor in Alaska, but this is just not acceptable.
Yeah.
Tower is under
Yeah. It just I don't. Let's not talk about it. Sure, let's talk about other things.
No,
in
I
the
will.
game.
I will. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I just couldn't.
That's okay.
I couldn't
Alright.
not bring it up.
Dire has Madior's BKB. They should go smoke and take a team fight, or just like take a team, bait someone and take it. Just they should go fight them and then try to get Roshan. Because if they can give Madior Aegis, then the game is gonna be like kind of over. It's not gonna be over, but the game will be really good for them.
Smoke up on 3. PA Primal Beast Warlock inside the smoke. They're perhaps headed towards their jungle. They're on the eastern entrance of the high ground right now. They'll head to the high ground. Currently, top PK Dose are leaving said high ground. And Rojo notices leaving support, so onslaught forward, hitting on Sky Mage, Madior, Blingson, ZY is dead, and AQQD has Voodoo Switcheroo, but he certainly will die. So it's 2 dead, but Rojo wants more.
Roshan time for Dire, although they might wait until it moves to nighttime and then take a top, but I think they could just do it. They could do it either way that I'm describing. Yep.
Yep. Meanwhile, Rojo's just taking stacked Ancient Camp from the Radiance. You didn't get 1 creep, so that's at least 1 creep per puck, but certainly a win there for Rojo. Wait a minute.
Yep.
Slark has Ags. Coil committed. Rojo's on the run. Polar Guardian, they'll be there. Certainly Rojo's dead, so you get 1 kill in return. Back over to Roshan. Well, we saw it game number 1 where Rojo died, possibly on purpose to secure the Roshan. And, well, once again, much like last game, it's secured the Roshan. Radiant go through the Twin Gate, but it's too little too late. Now, well, Slark will try to clean things up. He'll go on Warlock. Sven had the Storm Bolt. Split comes in from Reed Warlock. The fall split continues. Once again, it's another Voodoo Switcheroo from the Witch Doctor. ZY is being blinked on by Madior. Mystic Flare was used on absolutely 2 very tanky heroes now. With ZY dead. It will be Radiant looking for Legacy anyways. Cast will bounce to nothing. Storm Bolt on 2. TP away does not work. Royal Star got what they wanted, but they lost 3 across the map for it. I believe it's still good for Royal Star. Both teams got something, though.
Yep. I mean, definitely better for Dire because they have a PA with an Aegis. They could use this Aegis 1 of 2 ways. Let me actually look there. I think they should farm with this Aegis, actually.
Pounce forward, by the way. Pounce forward on Rojo. Tanky target. Again, good cancel on that pulverize. Rojo is at this point going to have to break the coil through his BKB, but Slark's is pouncing away anyways. They're looking at Puck, but again, you are playing Puck in this Puck game. How do you kill the Puck? You don't. Patience will upheaval, which does something surely, but at this point, Radiant walk away from it.
Yeah, I
Witch
mean, one
Doctor,
thing is that
meanwhile, he can die. He can actually die.
one thing, Badger, is that when PA is having a good game,
And he's
they're
dead.
actually
Wait, Slark's got a double damage rune. He goes on Madior. One life is lost. Rojo went in with the onslaught, looking for Puck. Puck. Look at Pulverize. Solar Guardian. The heal. Is it enough? Yes, it is. Puck is kept alive, and Rojo to fall. At this point, if Aeon gets away, it's an absolute disaster, and he will get away. They'll move to Legacy, Legacy to fall, and again, Slark's made on Madior. Madior only has one life left to go. He's dying to Slark. Slark's doing so much damage. Pounce is available in 3. Can Madior get away? He's trying. He's daggering. Pounce forwards on the mark. He'll lose puck, but it's absolutely worth it. Reed's the lone survivor. Slark wants him anyways. He's diving tier 3 towers. Correction, he'll think better of it. But another huge team fight win for top PK Dotes. They beat the Aegis PA. They lost a couple, but only a couple for the major win there.
Yeah. Pretty... PA's no longer Giga Snowballing. Radiant...
He's bouncing forward. Oh no! He's bouncing
Honestly,
again! He's bouncing again! Oh, Slark. He's so large and in charge, and actually he's dead, never mind. He'll pounce away, but surely they can hunt him down with 3 heroes. He's Shadow Dance regen, he's ulti once again in 3 seconds under that Dire tier 2 tower bottom lane. He's TPing! There's no way it works! It works! Oh no! What a crushing morale defeat for Royal Star.
Yeah, if I'm on Dire, I'm like ready to I'm just like, guys, we're done. You know what I mean?
I know. I know, Jim.
I would not be content with how this game played out.
No, you would not be. To be
I
fair,
mean, Madior, honestly, the thing is they have PA, and Madior can probably still just carry this game, because, it's PA, and, the opponents are not, incredible God Kings, you know what I mean? Also, they're not buying, Aeon discs or anything on... Witch Doctor has a Ghost, but, yeah, they kind of have bad items against the PA on the other team, so... The game is certainly not over. That would be not accurate to say.
But again, I think we would both agree that top PK Dotes are in the driver's seat of the sport. The game, these fights have been very close. I mean, these have been sort of a game of inches sort of fight here. They just need the fights to go slightly better. The problem is, if top PK Dotes keep winning the fights and therefore getting more gold, then every fight is a little bit harder. One
yeah,
more
there's
pounce
just
forward by Slark. Solar Guardian to follow. Rojo is yes, he's BKB. Again, well used BKB, but it's still BKB used.
Yeah. What? I mean, honestly, in this game, for Dire, not to take away from what their other heroes can do, but this game is mostly just on their PA to perform really it's on his PA's team to create team fights where PA can find people and insta pop them, but once the team fight starts and people are it's after the initial initiation ends, it's just gonna be it's just all up to PA. They have to 1v9.
And perhaps if Madior is lucky, he'll only have to 1v5, but it may just be a 1v9 game. Again, we are acquiring currency still on these Dire heroes. Again, PB, Sven, Brewmaster, they're all somewhat poor, but they're getting items finally. And maybe
I mean, yeah, but PB's kind of a bad hero at this point. If he and so is the offlane Sven quote. You know what I mean? They're just they're not heroes who function well behind this much net worth, especially because oh well, honestly, Dawnbreaker's item build is really troll. Holy shit.
But we have 2 pounces
real
off the mark from Bine Reeby on this arc. I mean, it's I feel like it's a build that someone like Fourth Yorlingus would agree with, but your average Dawnbreaker player probably would not.
No, I think the Dawnbreaker's build is really bad.
Probably.
I'm confused what you said, Badger, or what you thought I said. Sorry, I'm a little lost.
No, I mean, I agree, but I know Fourth is a big Dawnbreaker
yeah.
player. He's rank 300. He thinks Deso on Dawnbreaker is good. Wait, Billy Clue on 2.
It's not really
Pounce
that
forward on Sven. Sven's in a lot of danger. Ulti on 3 from Warlock. With Doctor to fall. Dire trying desperately to do whatever they can. Pulverize onto the Dawnbreaker. ZY dead. Patience as well. Buying from the Witch Doctor. Madior's looking for a target, but Puck's cutting his every round once again. TPA by Legacy Madior, but for Miss goes down. Typical for Madior on the Venom Assassin. Aeon has Orb, has Jaunt. He'll get away for now. And I believe that will be the end of our fight, despite Reed's kind of being here still.
The problem with the build is not the Deso. The problem with the build is that they have a Blink Dagger a Harpoon, a Deso, and a Blade Mail. Like, there's just no way you buy all these items together. Like, there's just 0% chance. Like, you have an insane amount of net worth with no BKB. You don't have like an AC, like which would be really helpful against PA. You don't have like a halberd. You don't have like, you know what I mean? Like, you have like all this net worth into literally like raw damage and catch, and you're ulting to every fight. So like, why do you need all of your gold into raw damage and catch? Like honestly, this guy like should have bought an Aghanims this game to force PA to buy an MKB. Like, imagine if this Dawnbreaker just bought like team items, like, but even if they didn't want to buy team items, Badger, like buying like all of this raw damage and catch is just completely useless. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't do anything. It just is useless. That's all.
And perhaps redundant is
The
more
problem is not
forward,
with the yeah, the problem is not with the Deso. I mean I don't. He definitely should have just went the team build this game for sure, because like if you go Aghanims and all these like items, it makes PA's game really hard. If the Dawnbreaker is like reacting quickly and ulting, like it's really OP. You know what I mean? Because PA does not want to buy MKB. Like that is
bottom
the
lane.
absolute
Slark gets bashed. He gets bashed. Is there cleave damage? Stormbolt hits the creeps. Onslaught forward. Mist has the heal. Slark is shadow dancing. He's kept alive. Oh no! At this point, it's Mist dead, but Slark is kept alive. He'll dust on Skymage. Skymage will die here. It's 2 kills so far. Witch Doctor somehow, someway gets away. Wait a minute. Puck. Puck is in a very risky spot. I don't think he'll die here. But... Wait, do you see that? The illusions are different skins.
The illusions are different.
There's just like one skin with the cosmetics and one skin with, or one illusion without the cosmetics.
I don't notice it, but I believe you, Badger. I'm sorry.
I guess. Oh wait. I mean, they just went on Slark bot lane. Now they'll go on Slark top lane. Bash with the dagger into that fan of knives. They'll shadow dance, looking to get away. Instead, Aeon arrives to back him up. Pulverize on Puck. The attention is split. Warlock ulti dropped. Voodoo switcheroos there as well. Natty or so incredible. He's brought down by Aeon. Rojo. Full onslaught forward. Looking again for anybody. Gets Witch Doctor, but only Witch Doctor. Legacy's low on HP. Witch Doctor is dead. Reed's looking to kite around the Slark right now, but Slark turns to the man fight. Split is committed. B may may just be dead here. That's an Orchid. That's too much damage. He's dead. Brought down by Reed. Back over to Puck. He's having a fun time with Patience right now. Legacy somehow got away, but it seems like Warlock will not get away. There is detection on Skymage. He has 5 Sentry Wards, so there will be a death on Patience. Back over to Reed, who once again rejoins the fight. He has his splits looking for Puck. Puck put out an orb one direction, blinked the opposite direction, once again breaking a little bit of ankles in this case. And Split is now ended, but again, Split not needed. Solar Guardian will beat it. Back up Skymage. Reed tried for a kill on Skymage, could not find it. Instead it's Rojo onslaughting forward. Legacy backs him up. Pulverize on Mist, who just respawned into the fight. Aeon has a coil on 2, saving Mist for now. Sven gets stunned with the breaking of the coil. Aeon's incredibly low, but again, he's incredibly Puck, so he should still be fine.
True. Yeah, I mean, this is looking good for Dire. PA almost has Abyssal Blade, which is going to be a really big deal. Witch Doctor, like, pretty much none of Radiant's heroes can deal with like getting Abyssal Bladed. Like, so Puck has a Linken's coming up. Oh, Radiant is picking out the Roshan, and Dire might not be aware. This would be really big for Radiant to get. If they can give Slark this Aegis and then have Slark farm a BKB, it would be a really, really, really big deal for their team. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
Be like a game-saving sort of thing.
No doubt about it. If he just
when PA is good, the hero is so cringe though. Like this whole this whole game is just like, oh yeah, we have a PA, so like we're still in it.
And apparently Roshan will not die immediately either. Aeon is in the hunt, looking for perhaps a good target. PA is also in the hunt, however. There we go. He'll go in for Warlock. PA's blur will get broken. Aeon will blink away. Cast on Rojo. Coil is broken immediately. Death Ward's on the floor. Rojo may pick out here to the Maledict potentially. Slark's in the back lines. Pounce forward. Hits on Rojo. Orchid on Slark. Slark being locked down. And he could not get saved with the Dawnbreaker in time. And at this point now, Dawnbreaker's going to lose her life as well. Starbreaker stuns on too, but again, you are going to die. Double kill from Meteor on the Phantom Assassin. He heads to Witch Doctor. Cask is bouncing around perfectly, but again, the damage is nowhere near enough. Triple kill for Meteor, and again, Aeon will look to cut this
Honestly,
wave,
this
but...
Slark buying MKB has been insanely game losing the more I think about it, because their Dawnbreaker doesn't have a BKB, and they're starting every fight from their ultimate and then going on someone, which means that like who goes in on their team first? Slark, and like so Slark has to go in first versus by the excellent Orchid usage by Rojo. Like Rojo's Orchid I didn't really like that he was buying it, but I mean, it turns out it's fine as if your opponents just literally like don't buy BKB. And or even like Sanj Yasho or Manta or something, you know what I mean? Like, I think the Slark's build is like literally like losing his team the game solo. I think MKB was actually like a worthless item.
Perhaps he was feeling himself a little bit too much that I don't need a BKB.
Even if they don't kill him like early, like he can't like hit people if he's like taking a million damage and just getting like randomly stunned, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah. Yep.
And Royal Star, by the way, they've got a lead for literally the first time in a very long time. I mean, what is that? Minute 12 was their last lead. So it's
Minute. Their last.
like I'm looking at this graph, and it's again every line: yellow line, blue line, green line, all in favor of Royal Star. And if you are a line watching enthusiast, you know what that means. Good sign for Royal Star.
To be honest, Dire probably will still have a kind of a hard time going high ground, but I do think that they should just go try doing it now. Is there, because PA's basically already slotted, and PA's 25, and there's like, yeah, I think that Dire should try to go high ground now. I mean, they can opt to just play for picks and wait, but your PA is not really gonna get very much stronger, Badger. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I know what you mean.
I think it's go time for them.
Bottom lane is 2v1 against Legacy. In come the TPs, however, and well, it seems like it's time to leave. Slark is in the tree. Seems like he'll get found though, and he's destroyed, absolutely destroyed. And now Rojo finds the Dawnbreaker as well on the south side. So misses half HP. We get Pulverize buying time for the team to arrive. He can, again, try to keep on running. He tried for the Soul Guardian play, but Rogue cancel that one instantly. Looking like Badger Dawnbreaker out here, and now it's Miss Dead. Double kill for Meteor, and again, Royal Star are... Wait, Brewmaster a 1v3 kill Skymage! How is it... What?
Just Brewmaster things, bro. Just Brewmaster things.
Reed's an absolute madman.
Yeah.
At this point, it's not looking good anymore. It's looking really bad,
It's looking
actually.
pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, I think this game is kind of just, you know, like Slark is still like 3k gold away from his BKB, bro. Like, Dire should just go end the game because Slark is still 3k away from his BKB, and Meteor is still.
The buyback from Dawnbreaker, but as that happens, Witch Doctor's about to lose his life once again. Never mind. Kept alive. Good saves there from top PK Dotes. The base gym.
Yeah, they do need to be cautious about not just like chain feeding right now on Dire. They need to, like they can't just like dive in and all. Like the fact that they're all up here hitting with Meteor is pretty not good as well.
Yeah, at this point, it will be melees down for
like
sure.
This image is like the starting of like a throw. I mean, they're so far ahead though, so we'll see if it's we'll see if it is like throwable.
Full racks taken by Royal Star. Bottom lane. There's Aegis and She's still available, by the way, so if they want to go for more of those aforementioned barracks, they certainly can do so. Both top and middle have T3 exposed, but now, again, it's relatively conservative play from Royal Star, looking to perhaps push out waves more than anything else. Except for Meteor, who's just hunting for kills right now.
Yeah. Overall, this is good. They got the racks. They chilled out.
No.
Oh
no! Meteor is going to get this kill, sure.
Like, dude, this guy doesn't have a beekeeper or anything. Like, look at this. Like, these people's builds are just so insane. No offense.
Speaking of insane, Mattior has gone insane with Bloodlust. He's unstoppable. 16-4-3, and well, again, Aegis is still there. It's going to almost certainly expire at this point. But again, with Dawnbreaker dead, Dawnbreaker actually having no buyback. They know it's a dieback as well. They know she used buyback on Dawnbreaker, so with that in mind, they should push for more, and they will push for more. 5v4. Mid T3 is under attack. Top T3 is already dead. Top racks are already crumbling as well. Pounce forward by Slark, looking for an isolated engagement. Aegis expires. She's still available for the Primal Beast. Slark cannot kill anyone. Puck is in there. Ulti's missed entirely by the Warlock, but again, Slark cannot do anything. He's trying to fight, but his damage and survivability is nowhere near enough. He'll buy back, but again, it's crumbling time for top PK Dotes. You lose your base, you lose your heroes, and Mattior's going in all the way to Fountain. Triple kill for the Venom Assassin. Oh no, again. Mattior, he wants to dive the Fountain. He wants to dive the Fountain. Rojo is diving the Fountain. Regardless of the GG is called. It's a 2-0 victory for Royal Star over top PK Dotes.
GG's. Yep. Badger? You there?
GG's, just catching my breath.
That's fair. You were going off there. You were pogging, as the kids would say.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you very much.
No problem. I'm just speaking factually about your pog status.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Again, I am literally just speaking factually about your status as a POG.
Again, top PK Dotes. They played.
God, I hate Apon. You see what he wrote in chat? I hate you, Apon.
You keep it up, Apon. I appreciate contributions to Twitch chat. But again, because the series did go 2-0, I will not be keeping the stream on. If it ended up doing the 3 games, I probably would have just kept it immediately into a back-to-back lads into PC performance, but not the case. I'll cover that. I'll mention a little more about that after we cover the last bit of this game. Before we move on to later tonight, do you have any more words to say about this game 2, or even the series as a whole, Jim?
No. I think that both teams had some pretty good plays across the board. I think Dire just played better than them straight up. Like others, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's just the best way to characterize this game is that like, Dire's players just outperformed Radiant's players. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Just setting up my little.
I'm just sad. I'm sad that this offlane Sven won. With his, especially with like his build as well. Like, oh my god, guys.
They won despite the Sven, but you know, if they went carry Sven, then maybe this game's different. They don't have a PA popping off, so maybe Mattior, the Mad Genius.
Maybe if this was carry Sven, they could have like picked like other good. Like they could have like won the game at like 20 minutes.
Where's the fun in that, Jim?
You're right, Badger. That would be cringe.
But again, I'm happy you came on and joined me tonight for the first of 2 series that I will be doing.
Thank you
thanks
for inviting
for coming
me.
on. Of course, especially for these rows, I'd love to have you on. Do you have any final words, call outs, shout outs to say to the people of League of Legends? Twitch.tv/Badger.
Not particularly. I hope everyone has a good day.
Oh, okay. But thank you again to the viewers for tuning on in. Congratulations to Royal Star on their 2-0 victory over top PK Dotes. In particular, I do want to thank DOS and Sniper for subbing to the Twitch stream tonight. Of course, appreciate the subscriptions as always. I'll be seeing you again. Hopefully you guys tune on in for game number 3 of series number 2. I will be here for PDC playoffs at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My boy, Colonel Squidward, looks to advance in the PDC playoffs, of course, with Captain Sauce at the helm. So that should be a fantastic a fantastic PDC series. I'm taking on the Jur team, the Banana Hammock team. So that should be a fun time for some PDC playoffs. Don't know who's going to be with me yet. I'm sure I'll figure that out by 9 p.m. EST, aka 1.5 hours from now. But
Woo!
as always, thank you, Jim. As always, to the viewers, thank you for watching. Have a great night. And I'll see you again pretty soonish. Surprise, surprise. We actually have something that we did not expect. This is a kind of an impromptu thing. We have an interview with Rojo, Fireflu, victorious middle lane player. How are you in this fine evening, Rojo?
I'm well, Badger. How are you?
Doing well. I think to tell the Twitch chat is coming. But again,
Nice.
you won tonight. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
I'm not all that surprised. Again, going into the season, Lads Plus, I did predict your team as, I believe I said, and I quote, one of the best teams. I think I put you guys only behind the NM Buffles team, my favorite to win the tournament. So, again, you showed up, you did your job, well played.
Mm-hmm.
Game 1, you played very well in the mid lane. You played the Shaker. You denied the creeps. How were you feeling game 1?
Really good. Game 1 was fun. I mean, he picked Ember, left Earthshaker open. To be honest, I kind of goofed that game a little bit. I think later into the game, but my laning phase is really solid. My laning phase is very, very solid. So I think that's all we really like. I think both games were. I was just kind of stalling for my real carries. You know, I'm playing strength heroes, so maybe not my cleanest possible performance, but I think it got the job done. So I felt pretty good about that.
And there were a number of very interesting situations. I want to mention game 1. It seemed like it was the game of Black King Bar, because you went in there. There was a string of events where you go into the Dire Trican. You have like 3 gold from BKB. If you have BKB, you probably get 3 kills. Instead, you get no kills. You die. Then your team gets Roshan, Edis the Madior, who's just short of his BKB. And then he dies. And then he dies again. And by the time he's died twice, you respawn. You TP in. Still no BKB. And you die again. That's... What was going on internally after that disastrous string of 4S?
I mean, I remember this is probably one of the first series where I was like, I was like, you know, like, please just, you know, listen. Because I told them that they were smoked, and Madior knew they were smoked, and then he still walked the way that they were, like, gonna go. So I was like, I was a little bit tilted, but Madior did great. I was kind of goofing by fighting so much with my BKB. I think we generally were not playing around our item timings the best, unless they were really weird items. I feel like we played well around like Reed's like Scythe and his Ags, and like I bought Orchid on Primal Beast, and like we played well around those timings, but I feel like we didn't really play that hard for our BKBs, which was probably a mistake in both games.
So, game number 2, it wasn't necessarily a you thing, but there was a surprise pick. We were pretty convinced it would be Sven Carey, as it was game 1, certainly one of Madior's best heroes. And he 23 picked the PA. My read in the initial Twitch chat read was perhaps Sven's support. It ends up being Sven 3. At the time, my good friend, your good friend, former teammate Jim, was giving Cat 1 food, but didn't get the instant Jim reaction. He returned to his share, and is absolutely, that's the right word here, infumed, perhaps. He sees Sven off lane, and he is immediately calling it a shit pick, and I quote. Throughout the game, Jim was decrying the Sven pick, calling it useless. Are you here to defend the honor of Sven offlane and Legacy, or are you going to agree with Jim here?
No, I mean I'll defend Legacy here. That I think that the lane ended up not going as well as they wanted, and then from there it's just harder for the like offlane Sven. But you know I'm not gonna say that there wasn't more useful heroes that could be played in the offlane, but I think that it was such a good PA game, and then Meteor just ends up 1v9ing that like ultimately is kind of the right decision. Because I think however bad the Sven could have been in that game will never be as good as the PA was. You know what I mean? Like
That's what I was saying. I see. Me and you are on the same page here.
the only issue was that we were really bad against Puck and Slark as well for a very long until we were pretty much perfectly itemized against them. We could not deal with like their mobility, and there was quite a few tragic events in my kill attempts. So I think that it bit us a little bit, but we probably could not only could we probably have played around it, but I think that ultimately the Meteor PA was like a big enough payoff in both surprise and just in like just game. I mean, he played it well, and
So
yeah. Wait. Okay, wait. Legacy is correcting me. I don't think he's actually correcting me because I was definitely telling the right thing. I did get mad at Meteor for dying with Sven on the smoke, but I also got mad at him because he went bottom one time as PA and he got mega 5-man ganked, and I told him to go top. But so I was a little bit in my flame era, but I don't. I hope that my teammates understand. It came out of love.
So I want you to turn your attention. Do you have your Dota open still?
I do.
I want you to turn your attention to the post-game screen for Game 2. Go into the scoreboard section and scroll to the right. I want you to go all the way to the right to where the abilities are. I want you to tell me what is wrong with this. There's something very particular I want you to acknowledge here. I want you to acknowledge something very particular towards the bottom of the screen.
Is it that you're mad that Patience didn't go approval?
I actually I'm a fan of Q. I'm a fan of QW on Wall.
I am too.
I want you to turn your attention right below that though to the Sven skill build. So he went.
He goes no cleave.
4-0-4, which I understand. I think it may be suboptimal for the game state going 4-0-4, and then he went for the talent, sure, and then at level 11, he went stats. Now, keep in mind, for those who have not read the patch notes in the last year, Great Cleave gives you strength now. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, huh. He chose 2 agility and 2 intelligence over 40% cleave.
We're gonna gloss past that one. I can't
have to bring it up because
I can't defend Legacy's
that was Jim's reaction. He's like, I don't want to play Legacy. I don't want to talk about it. And I'm just sitting there. I have to talk about it.
Yeah, I think there was a different way as well. That honestly, Legacy probably could have gotten points in cleave earlier and started hitting some camps, but mostly because we weren't really able to do anything. I think that was a way for him to play the game, but we got the dub at the end. I think both games, me on Strength Heroes, I think there was just general team miscommunication a few times that was a little bit awkward, but it's like weirdly, I think as soon as it got to late game where you'd think that it'd be much harder to execute, I feel like we were really, really well executing it. And then in early game, I frogged up a few ganks, and I think just in general we weren't always ready for it. But their heroes are very annoying, so I'm also gonna lend that I feel like they picked very annoying drafts both games. I don't know if that's a cope, but I remember being silenced for 8 seconds when I ganked a lane, and I was really tilted.
Seems like the lack of BKB on Slark may have certainly. I remember I commented on it. You had 2 failed ganks in a row, which is very uncharacteristic. Usually you succeed on your ganks, and you were playing a very good ganking hero, and 2 rotations did not succeed, which was wow. This is an aberration. This is not what you expect from Mr. Fireflow.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the Primal Beast game, I think one of them that failed, I think the one that I went towards top was totally fine. The one bottom was really tragic, but they were being a little hesitant to go, and it was kind of tilting me. That's the other time that I tilted. Because I told them I was there and I was level 5, but that's okay. I think, I mean, it ended up kind of being fine, but it was really bad for my game. The thing is though, when you're playing like this Primal Beast hero, is like net worth is really good on you, but you don't really need it to be that impactful. So
I do want to say thank you for granting some time in your, I guess in your time zone afternoon, in my time zone evening for this.
mhm.
Congratulations, of course, on your 2-0 victory. I will say I regret. I mean, nothing I could have done, but I'm very sad I couldn't play with you in
Mhm.
Lads Plus. Obviously, for those who don't know, I've said it a billion times. But the initial plan was, of course, me and Jim and Andy and you, and that would have been a team. And then the admins are like, "Yeah, that's not okay. It's too powerful."
They didn't know. They didn't know that Jim and Andy were on their league grind. You should have presented the data.
I didn't. I mean, at the time, I wasn't as aware of how deep in their league grind they were.
Yeah, I
Again.
say grind instead of addiction, very sparingly.
It's a bit of both, It could be both a grind and an addiction.
True. True that.
Now,
Well,
to
thank you for
be
having
fair,
me.
you're also in your league grind, so it's not just
am.
them.
Okay, not really. I took the ego down. I didn't play any Yasuo yesterday, and I won like 100 MMR. I know it was important. I grinded for this series so that I could be only semi-useless instead of completely useless. It's a really big deal, Badger. You need to understand.
I understand. I remember a quote from you the other night of the more I play League, the worse I get at Dota. So I'm happy you've gotten back and
It's
played some more
true.
Dota.
It's true. I don't. People need to like back me up on this. Those games are inverse. You can't be good at both. It's possible.
I will say
At different
though,
times, yes.
At different times, yes. At the same time, certainly difficult. But I will say thanks for coming on for the interview. You have any final words? All out shout, say to the people of League of Lads.
Shout out to Legacy for the performance of a lifetime. I won't say which game.
You had a
and
Rampage
then-
game 1. He was popping off.
Yeah, I know. And shout out to Reed Brewmaster. That guy's goated on that hero. It's definitely not an overtuned hero.
Could be both,
that is all.
Little from column A, little from column B. Yeah.
And Patience and Matty did great too. Shout out to the team environment.
Of course. But again, you can go be free, Rojo. You've been cast into the wind from the interview channel. Thank you again to the viewers for tuning on in. I'll see you again in, at this point, less than an hour and a half for some PDC playoffs. That's 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Where again,
Woo!
Squidward and Sauce take on the Jer Banana Hammock team featuring
Woo!
former teammate of mine, Johan. Excited for that one. So, as for always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in a little over an hour.
Woo!
Woo!
Good weather.